Well, y'all. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. People, it's time to get prepared. You know the government is dropping the ball. It's what they do best. So make sure you get your 3-month food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithjericho.com and save 25% on each 3-month kit that you need. Get one kit per person. Helps to keep people from fighting over the good food. 2,000 calories per day, and if properly stored, it lasts up to 25 years. No refrigeration required. Do not get stuck in the government bread lines because, as I mentioned before, they do everything so well. Go to My Patriot Supply and go to preparewithjericho.com. Check out My Patriot Supply, the #1 prepared food company in the country. What's going on, people? Good to see you. Hydrate, if you would. Good to see everybody here. Friday, feels a little different on Friday. Don't hurt as much on Friday. Friday is like the KY jelly for your week. Just makes it easier. Doesn't hurt as much on a Friday. Feel good. Those bones and joints aren't aching like they usually do on a Friday. That's one thing I do miss about being in the rat race is that feeling of a Friday, that feeling of leaving to go into your weekend. You don't have to think about your job. If you have the kind of job that you can leave at work, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to deal with the people, the customers. You just go home and do your thing. So glad for all you people who this Friday is an actual Friday for. Sometimes you get a job. And I remember my Friday was Saturday. Because I had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So Saturday was my Friday. So, sometimes Friday's not your Friday, but if this Friday is your Friday, enjoy. I'm happy for you. Shout out to you all. Thank you for being here. And my kids are off, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They got out at noon because it's a parent-teacher conference week. Fortunately, my kids are really good, so everything was great. My daughter, she won't be a problem. She's a great student. She's good in class. She can be a little talkative. Wonder where she gets that from. My son, I don't know. He might get a little knucklehead-ish later in life, but so far, 7 years old, going on 8, second grade, it's all good. And you also know your kid's good if they call you like the first day. Like I said, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they got out early for parent-teacher conference. So if the teacher waits until like Friday afternoon to call you about your kid, you might have some problems. There might be an issue in class. How do I know? Because I was that kid. I was, when it came time for parent-teacher conference, I was like, oh, shit. You get those nervous farts, like, Yeah, it would get like that because I knew, might have been cutting up a little bit in class for the past few weeks, huh? Forgot about that. You're not thinking about parent-teacher conference when you're fucking up in class. So that was me. Diesel, what up? You see how my Niners did last night, fucker? Orale. Weapon X says, just relaxing, dress for the day like Fetterneck. Oh, you're in a 3-piece Armani suit? Psych. If you want to get John Fetterman in a suit, you have to promise him treats. Like those peanut butter filled pretzel bites. He loves those. If you leave a little trail, you can get him to go anywhere. So if you promise him his favorite snacks, will you give me a whole bag of the pretzel peanut butter? He'll put on a suit, but only for a little while. Like, itchy, I don't like the tie. He's like a child. So if you want to get him in a suit, you got to promise him peanut butter filled pretzel bites, and only for a few hours. If you got pictures to take, you better nail that shit. Because pretty soon, next thing you know, he's butt naked running through the dining area with his, somehow he left his shoes on. But other than that, he's butt naked, and all these people are trying to corral him. So to avoid that, what I'm trying to say is, when you're dealing with Fetterneck, keep peanut butter filled pretzel bites on hand. That's what I'm trying to say. Sisler. Oh man, I don't even know how to say that. Turn on captions, please. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to turn on captions. I think that's on your end. Yeah, Weapon X. Good night, everybody. That's how you kick it off. You keep your voters on their heels. You don't know where this guy's going to go. He'll start with a good night, and then he'll end with a hello, everyone. You never know. That's right, Diesel McCaffrey is a beast. Lori Ann, what's up? Alexis V1411. She says you have to bribe Fetterman with Butterfinger to get him to dress like a grown-up. Yes. Something peanut butter. He likes it. He likes that stuff. Something a little sweet, a little savory. You don't want to overpower it, because you know, like a black bear, his sense of smell is very sensitive. So you don't want to. He gets mad. Fuck! Now we got to chase him around again and bribe him to put his clothes back on. So that's all. And you know, actually, Weapon X, that was kind of rude for you to even make that remark, because as we know, because of Fetterneck, the United States senators can now dress like hooligans. That's because of Fetterneck. The tie and his shirt make me itchy. His shoes hurt my feet. He likes to feel, it's a textural thing with him. He likes to feel the earth in his feet, like a child who just discovered him. You know what I mean? But because of him, Chuck Schumer, some might call him Fuck Schumer. And he is, in case you guys didn't know, he is the uncle or cousin of the very unfunny Amy Schumer. So, yeah, he relaxed the dress code for old Fetterneck. So now all of our U.S. senators and state senators, when they come to the Capitol building, can dress like assholes. Because nothing says, world, take me serious, like some baggy Spalding shorts and a Carhartt hoodie. Right? What if you had a lawyer and they come into the courtroom dressed like Fetterneck? Where's your confidence level? You're about to get cut open and the doctor comes in, smelling like bong water, dressed like Fetterneck. Where's your confidence level? Is it up here or down there somewhere where you can't even see it because he's dressed like a jackass? Butters, pajama day. Every day's pajama day. But doesn't that take away from the specialness? If that's a word, is it? It is today. Doesn't that take away from pajama day? If every day is pajama day? Captain, LOL, Carhartt. He literally wears a Carhartt hoodie. That's no bullshit. I don't have to make up. I didn't have to come up with what would be funny. Carhartt hoodie. I don't have to, because this dumbass really wears a Carhartt hoodie to work as a United States senator representing the people, Pennsylvania. Recruiter Johnson, good to see you. So you don't see other world leaders dressed like this for business except Zelenskyy. Well, even Zelenskyy has like the little military sweater on. Even he has that. He's not walking up in there in fucking Air Force Ones and basketball shorts like this ding dong. That's right, Butters. Casual Friday is gone. All the days are Casual Friday. So it's not Casual Friday, I guess. DJ John T. Fetterneck is specialness. He sure is. As my son would say, he has special effects. Authentically Kennedy, what up, Garrett? What up, mama? Mama to be fast approaches December. Cleaning house and listening to Jericho. Women are so oppressed. Right? You poor thing. I bet you if you stood in at one end of the room and yelled, you got an echo. You poor thing. Where's that husband of yours? Out there working hard. Oh, you American women, my heart goes out to you. It really does. The old bag, Elephant Man Fetterman. He's what was that movie with Cher and the dude that had the fucking peanut shaped head? His head looked like one of those orange peanut candies that were all soft. They were like akin to Peeps, orange peanuts. What was that movie? I don't want to look it up. It's so much more fun to get the answer from you guys. Mask. Thank you. He looks like Mask. You know who I feel bad for? The archaeologists 1,000 years from now who dig up his skeleton. How fucked up are they going to be like, what is this thing? We found a bunch of the other skeletons and they all kind of look the same, but this thing, this thing does not, one of these does not look like the other. What deformity did this one have that the other ones didn't? Because this skeleton right here looks fucked up. Like if they picked up 1,000 years from now, when they find Fetterneck's skeleton, when they find his skeletal remains, when they take the little MAC makeup brush and all the nerdy archaeology students are, you know, brushing the dust away wherever he lays his head for the final time. Like if they pick up one of Fetterman's bones and put it to their ear, if they listen really closely, you know what they're going to hear? That's what you hear if you pick up one of Fetterneck's bones 1,000 years from now as an archaeologist. Sir, look what we found. Ooh, it's so misshapen. Why did they look so fucked up? Here, put it to your ear. What can you tell? That was not nice. Derek Molino with the home run. Jurass Neck Park. Because they're going to have like his shoulders and his neck and then this thing off to the side and then his fucking shaped head. Oscar Gonzalez, Fetterneck has many forehead folds. He's the dude from Star Trek. Yes, Captain. The big black dude. Can you have a black alien? Is that what that dude was? His head was just like. Aaron M, good point. He says Neck Buddy's no longer there. So I don't know if he absorbed him, like he absorbed the strength of the Neck Buddy that they cut it off. Is that a different Fetterman? Klingon. Thanks, Aaron M. It's a fucking Klingon. Oy, oy vey. What is that, velvet? Let's see. Look at this video, this clip, whatever you call them on Instagram, this reel that I posted on Instagram, and it shows you this lady. She has this clip, and she has like 6 pictures of Fetterman, and they all look different in their. Oh my! I just saw something I want to show you guys, but I don't want to show you, but I have to show you. Here it is. Okay, so hold on, guys. Let me share the screen with you. I see those super duper chats. I see the people hitting 6-7 months, so I'll get to you. Kenneth Jackson, Jericho Green. Who is Fetterman? I missed today's politics. He's the new U.S. Senator. I think he's a state senator. He's a senator for the state Pennsylvania. And perfect timing. I'll show you exactly who he is. This lady does a great job.
The real John Fetterman. Please stand up. Apparently, this is a new look by Mr. John Fetterman. He just came out with a new and improved look. I can't quite tell.
He's like, make my mustache make me look like a pervert.
Which version of him came out? Which one of you is playing which one of you right now? Because I can't tell. This is the man that ran, and this is the new John Fetterman. So that's interesting. This is one of the original John Fettermans.
I'm looking at what I look at in these pictures is his nose, because in some of the pictures his nose looks really crooked, and some of them it doesn't. Like the one where she showed, like, this is the guy who ran. His nose looked pretty straight.
This is the one I remember.
See, his nose looks pretty straight. Here it's kind of crooked. I guess a little crooked here. A little crooked. It's really crooked here. Then it looks kind of straight here. These look like different people, especially this motherfucker in the corner, him and him. This right here, we're playing weirdo. What's that game? Tic-tac-toe. Weirdo tic-tac-toe. You can go diagonal. These two right here, and this dude, man, he looks happy. He looks real happy. Somebody must be off camera with a handful of peanut butter filled pretzel bites, because he looks happy. This is look at those eyes. This is the happiness I want to feel. This is childlike happiness. I get ice cream, right? This right here, he looks sallow, upset. Look at these eyes. These eyes are different than these eyes. These eyes right here just got told that we're going to have pizza delivered for dinner tonight. These eyes right here, I don't know about these eyes are blank. These eyes are, his right after his stroke eyes. Lights are on, nobody's home. This dude, he just looks defeated. This Fetterneck looks like when they interview a homeless person and they ask them how long they've been out on the streets, and they look down at the ground and they ask them if they have any family out there they want to say hello to. This one right here, and if you notice, he has like shit spilled right here on his shirt. 2 questions. How did you spill something right there? And how did you not notice it? This one right here is, can you kids help me find my puppy? It's right around the corner.
That's the one that came out when he got ill and went to the hospital. That man I've never seen before in my life. That guy was on stage. That guy was married to his wife or something. And this guy, not sure who that is. Not sure who that is. Are we on the same page here? Because you tell me what you think. What I would.
It's a fair question. What up with that? Yeah, count backwards the ears as well. His ears are different. They stick out more. In that one picture on the top, the first picture, all the way in the top left corner, his ears stick out more. And the other ones, they're more, the pervert one, they're closer to his head, just like Biden. Just like Biden. The old Biden, his ears look different. His forehead looks different. Now it has like 15 wrinkles in his forehead. Man, that ain't the same dude. If that's the same dude, his brain took a nosedive as far as productivity and his faculties. They took a nosedive because the sloppy Joe from 10 years ago, that's not the one we have here. Mike Tyson 2, Mike Tyson the second, says PA right here. Oh, so you're right there, man. You're under the ogre's leadership. Aaron M. JG, after Biden, think there will be any country left for our children? I think after a 1-term Biden, yes. A 2-term Biden, my kids and grandkids, I wouldn't want them to grow up in that world. I wouldn't want to have my children raise their children in that world. That's for sure. That's because I love them. Even my future grandchildren that don't exist yet, I love them too. I wouldn't want to grow up in a two-term Biden world. Look at now, you got Kamala's dumbass talking about now inflation, cost of living is going down. You tell me. I just talked to a friend of mine this morning. $6.20 a gallon down there on the Monterey Bay, Central Coast. $6.20 a gallon. Is that going down? Food's creeping back up. Milk's creeping back up. Eggs, you know, the basics that everybody, I don't care. Your income level. You got eggs. You got milk in the fridge. You got bread. You got meat. Some veggies. You know, us humans kind of run off of the same shit. Now, you're going to have varying qualities of this based on your income, but, you know, eggs, milk, the basics, it's going to be high as shit. But no, the prices are going, and the cost of living is going down. Who are you going to believe? Me, the federal government, or your lying eyes, your lying wallet, your lying budget? You sitting down at night after the kids go to bed thinking of moving your money around so you can stay afloat? That didn't really happen. It's a figment of your imagination. You tax-paying idiot. You surf. Be gone, you surf. Chozo Ghost, member for 5 months. Good looking out, man. Oh, thanks, man. What's up? What's up? I'll go back to that. I will go back to when that commercial came out. Glad. Why that? J954, thanks, man. 7 months in the game. 7 months as a member of Green Nation. Yo, JG, 7 months, big dog. Since Heidi and Mandy are MIA, bump me up to number 2 from 4. I guarantee Fetterneck has bowel accidents on a regular basis. Yeah. They give him the rubber diaper so they can just wash it out. Because you don't want to be the one to have to find a changing table big enough to lay his giant ogre ass on and then hold his legs. He's holding his knees up like this, and you got to get in there with wipes and clean out that hairy cavern, that cavernous stink hole of his. No, thank you. Ew. No, thank you. Miles Mathis. Now you, I think. Miles Mathis, thank you for the Hamilton, good sir. Love the Johnny Bravo profile pic. Oh, hey, pretty mama. Johnny Bravo was a fucking hilarious cartoon. That was in the same time as Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory. Dee, you are so stupid. Johnny Bravo was fucking Jericho. I'm a deputy in South Carolina. Love watching your live streams between dealing with the scum of society. Nothing like a good laugh after dealing with people who can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I believe it, man. And thank you for your service. Thank you for being out there on those streets, cleaning up those streets. I hope wherever you are in South Carolina, you have the backing of your higher ups so you can actually clean up the streets and do your job without fear of being fired or suspended or being painted as some kind of racist or, you know, all the stupid shit that police have been dealing with. And, you know, that's nothing new. Cops have always dealt with pushback from society and people calling them certain things and saying you guys are, thugs for the state and all that kind of shit. That's not new. But the mainstream acceptance of the disrespect, the defunding the police, all police are racist, black people being hunted, that shit is at an all-time high. So I hope that you don't have to deal with that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tell your fellow officers I said, what up? And if you can, Miles Mathis, do me a favor. If you can, I have a collection. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys something real quick. Be right back. So check this out. I have like a Ziploc bag. I have like 3 or 4 of these full of different patches from different municipalities, sheriff's offices, police departments. I got a couple from overseas. They say like policia, like, you know, the POLETZI, all that crazy shit. I got a couple of those. I got some SWAT badges in there, patches in there. I even got some actual badges. I got some Boston PD badges. I got Highway Patrol. But anyway, the reason I'm saying all this shit is because if you could, man, send me some of those so I can add to my collection, because I want to have like a huge board. At this point, I have to be like almost like half the size of the wall in here to get them. I want to display them in a really nice like wooden case with glass and shit. So if you could, Miles, in all your spare time, saving the world and whatnot, send me some patches, man. I'll put my P.O. box in here. I really appreciate that. Any other law enforcement out there, same to you. I like to collect them. It's really cool. You see all the different patches and shit, all the different departments, and, you know, places I never heard of. It's in here. So there you go, Miles, and anybody else. I just put my P.O. box in there. Hook me up. I collect them. Onslow County, K9 team. Another one from Onslow County. City of Walton Beach, Florida. Williams PD, LAPD, East Rutherford Police, San Diego County Sheriff, Yuba City Police, fucking New York. I got all kinds of these, and they're really cool. So look me up. See, Amity Police, Houston, Del Rio, Texas Highway Patrol. Slow down, you son bitch. Fort Worth, Dallas PD, Dublin, Ohio, Springfield PD, Stanislaus County. That's near here. That's where Stockton and shit is. La Mesa PD. Oh yeah, man. Add to my collection. Sleepy Hollow. Oh man, I got all kinds of shit. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And most importantly, stay safe, man. Make it home to your wife, your kids, your dog, whatever you got. Leonard S., good looking out. Leonard S. says Scoomer threatened Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. Yeah, Chuck Schumer's a real piece of shit. He's one of those people where it's easy to go back and look at him making statements that completely contradict his stance now. Like when it comes to gay marriage or shit like that, or the border. He's one of those you can easily look back and he says a 180 of what he says now. But, you know, hey, it depends on who's paying. That's what they'll go with. Who's in charge? What are they? Maybe it's the same people in charge, but what do they want me to do? No problem. I said the complete opposite 10 years ago. Fuck it, who cares? The American public does not have a memory like an elephant. Mr. Kojak, who loves you, baby? He says, AOC. Loco Cortez, you motherfucker. Her womb is so polluted. She could have my fucking baby, man. Well, don't worry, Mr. Kojak. She won't be having your baby. Thank God. Would you want to get attached to that bloodline? No, thanks. Justin Desroches. Justin, straight to the point, as usual. Says, you damn right. I've been play with you for 7 months. Thank you, man. Congratulations. I appreciate it. Extremely play. You're definitely considered for the Play Hall of Fame. This this must be, thanks, Ranson Shan. This must be a message for from the aforementioned Fetterneck. What a fucking big dummy. The litigation infrastructure. Eagles are so much better than the Eagles. Oh, hello, everyone, and good night. Yeah, can you guess who, if you have a clue? Yeah, we know who that is. The big dummy. Burn on the Reds! What you tell those kids, next time you talk to a kid and they're like, they got their thumbs in their pocket, they're kicking the dirt. Well, I can't grow up to be whatever I want to be. You tell them, yes, you can, little kid. Listen up, Johnny. You can be whatever you want. Really? Are you sure? I'm not very smart. Don't worry about that, Johnny. Not only can you be a dummy, but you could have severe brain damage. Your brain can be starved of oxygen, Johnny. Really? I could be anything, even if my brain doesn't work? That's right, kid. Come here. Let me show you something. Well, that's weird. I shouldn't have told you to come here. Where are your parents, Johnny? Anyway, this guy right here, his name is Fetterman. Oh, wow. He sure looks like something's wrong with his brain. Well, there is something wrong with his brain, Johnny. Something very wrong. But the point is that you can rise, Johnny. You can be do you want to be a politician? Well, I never thought about that, sir. I think I'm a little too honest to be a politician. Don't worry. The system, the swamp will squeeze that out of you, Johnny. You see how he's dressed? Yeah, I didn't think he was a senator like you said, sir, because he's dressed like a lesbian basketball coach. Well, that's the point, Johnny. When you get to the top, you don't have to dress the part. Whatever you wear to bed, go to work in that. Don't brush your teeth. Don't wash your face. Shit yourself. Piss yourself, Johnny. Well, really, sir? I thought only the extremely elderly urinated and crapped themselves. Well, that's not true. Well, it kind of is, because there's one guy, and if you really want to fuck up Johnny, you can be this guy, Sloppy Joe. Whoa, he looks like my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Well, he's the same age, Johnny, but this guy right here, he regularly pisses and shits himself, and he trips, and he falls, and he stops in the middle of a sentence, and he doesn't shake the hands of people he's supposed to, and then he turns around and tries to shake the hands of people who aren't there. And if you're really lucky, he will ask where somebody is when they're supposed to be in the front row, but he'll forget that they died in a car crash 2 months ago. What I'm trying to say, Johnny, you could be anything. That's the truth. Mr. Kojak, thank you again. Says Neck Buddy will seek a new host. Oh, that's scary, man, because that means it could be any of us. It could be any of us. When you're in bed, Neck Buddy could be slithering around on the floor underneath your bed. You know, in the movies, you'll turn and you'll turn like that, and your hand will fall down, be on the side of the bed, and it'll be next to the monster. Will the Fetterneck inhabit you? I sure hope not. Mr. Comic Book 2009, thank you. He says he's always looked like a bald Bigfoot to me. That's right. And not just bald on his head. Like if you shave Bigfoot's entire body. Like, remember Harry and the Hendersons? If you put Nair all over Harry and the Hendersons, or Harry, and you took all of his hair away, I think Fetterneck would look very similar. You know, the long arms and the drooping hands and the whole animal thing. For sure. Maybe it was. Maybe he played Harry in the damn Hendersons. DJ John T, all the way from Sweden. He says, Jericho, think about the aliens. Think about anything but what we're trying to do to you. Leonard S, thank you. He says, Jericho, did you see the vid of the thugs murdering the man riding his bike? Yeah, he was a retired police chief. I don't know if he was a retired police chief in that area, but he was a retired police chief. And yeah, these two little savage monsters. One, the 17-year-old was the one driving, the 16-year-old was in the passenger seat filming it. Thank God they filmed it, so it's a slam dunk when it comes to their trial and everything. But that just speaks to the retardation of these two. And one of them is a black kid, the other one's a Mexican kid. And the Mexican kid, the one who is the driver, has like a tattoo on his face. And he said that, no big deal. I'll be out in 30 days. It'll be a slap on the wrist. And, you know, there was a time where we would laugh at that. Throw him under the prison. But, you know, there's a small party that's like, you know, the little bastard might. What if it's like his first offense? He don't look like it's his first offense. He looks like a little cholo. Like, what, eh? And then the black kid, he just looks like he has probably one or two extra chromosomes too. He looks like a dumbass. And yeah, this old man riding his bike, looks like it's early in the morning. And then they ride up behind him and just boom. I mean, the video's not too graphic. It shows him like flying up on the car, but it doesn't show any blood or anything like that. But yeah, and they had hit 4 people. He was I think the fourth one that morning. The other people lived. One of them was another old guy, 72. But yeah, these two little bastards are just riding around hitting people with their car. So what are they going to do? Let's say it goes to trial and they throw the book at these little bastards, right? Maybe the 16-year-old will get a little bit of leniency because he wasn't actually driving. But the 17-year-old, he's 18 now, but 17 at the time. So, okay, they send him to prison. Was it in Vegas or was it in Nevada or something like that? They send him to prison. 18 years old, your life's over. You'll never get out. Life without the possibility of parole. Maybe he won't get the death sentence because of his youth. But let's just say life without parole. So this kid is going to settle into his new life in prison. He's going to hook up with a gang. He'll put in work. He'll rise through the ranks. He'll get a lot of respect. He'll get to work out, watch TV, wear Jordans, talk on the phone, maybe start a Facebook, maybe start an Instagram page, a TikTok. You seen the videos these motherfuckers in prison doing? One dude did a rap video. So he'll be in prison, probably marry some big old 450-pound woman so he can get some conjugals. And life won't be too bad. Oh, man, I saw this show last night. And it was like the world's most deadliest prisons or the most dangerous prisons. And it was in like Finland or something. Man, these dudes, them Finnish prisons are nice. They were wearing regular clothes, like T-shirts and stuff, their favorite T-shirt and weight room. They have a nice kitchen area. They're in their room by themselves. It was just crazy. But this kid, he's going to rise through the ranks and be this, shot caller or whatever. Maybe he'll get killed, but he'll get to live in prison. He'll live out his days in prison. Maybe if he doesn't like the flavor of the ice cream, he can sue the prison or some shit like that. Meanwhile, this man who was a police chief, served his community, kept people safe, minding his own business, riding his bike, gets mowed down by this kid. Family shattered. If his wife, he had a wife, kids, grandkids, friends, neighbors, all that. You feel all that shit. And this kid gets to live. That's terrible. You know how we would be if I was King Jericho. If I rule the world. If I was King Jericho of America, that kid would get treated a little bit differently. That was just terrible. Mouse C, thank you. Thank you, Mouse C, the newest member of the Twomp Club. Here's to Friday afternoon. Let the good times roll. We can never allow the lunatics to keep us from enjoying life, no matter how endlessly they try to. Exactly. Because once you stop enjoying life and enjoying things in your life, then you are them. You have become them because you know their world. They've given us example after example after example that their version of the world is void of fun and enjoyment. It is void of that tight-knit family unit. It is void of freedom. It's basically if you took the color out of the world and just painted everything black and white. It basically, if you made the entire world look like that town they were in Peaky Blinders. Oh, Peaky fucking Blinders. You know, it was always like overcast and everything had soot on it. You know, they were always by some factory in the distance. Like if you just made everything really drab and colorless and sad and no, thank you. I pay too many fucking taxes to live that kind of life. Thank you very much. Alexander Shibilsky. Thank you. Give this sloth baby Ruth. Baby Ruth. That big old dummy. That sloth. Ugh. Peaky fucking Blinders. Mousy Thomas Shelby forever. Authentically Kennedy lack. Come on, people. You know what I'm doing. Lack of accountability and a miserable life is the liberal recipe. It is. Sure is. Ooh, a little no responsibility. Put a sprinkle. No, I'll put a big old scoop of that. Ooh, put a teaspoon of upspeak. Actually, a lot here. Here, this is the sack of real racism. Ugh, dump that in there. Oh, hey, back it up, guys. Beep, 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 beep. Got a big 55-gallon drum of perversion. All different kinds. A lot of perversion. That's very heavy in the liberal recipe, the leftist commie recipe. There and then, don't forget diseases. They all have diseases. Yeah, ooh, a little chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis. Ooh, how about a big old handful of insanity? Shinobi, leftism is a dangerous cult, period. It is. And they are not afraid. We were talking about this the other day on Double Impact. Oh, we get deep. And we were talking about how, and we were the movie we were focusing on was GoldenEye. And that was what, 1995. And there was some woke shit in there. There was the women telling the men, oh, shut up. You guys like a couple of kids fighting over a toy. There was that, women are smarter than men and we're just as strong as you. There's a lot of woke shit in there. And we were talking about how what we're experiencing now isn't new. They've been doing this for a long time. For them to be this brazen and be this emboldened to do and say the things that they do and say, they have to be in a position of no fear. Their plan has to be firmly in place. The concrete is drying. It's almost too dry for you to write some shit in it. So it's almost done. They're in a secure position to where they can do these things in our face without fear of consequence, which means it's been going on for a long time. Mike Tyson, the second piece. It's been going on for a long time. You start looking back at TV and movies, there were little sprinkles of it in there. Now it's just a big old sack of fucking leftist bullshit. But back then it was just a little bit here, a little bit there, turning up the boiling water just a degree a year. Not a lot. You don't feel that. So yeah, that's been going on for a long time. This is nothing new. It's just that this is the phase that we're in of their plan. This is just the new phase, but it's been going on for a while. Unfortunate. DJ John T. Again, we thank you. Appreciate it, John T. He says the world will lose if America fails, or if America falls. Don't lose. We're trying. We are trying. We don't want to lose. Trust me. We'll be the first ones affected if we lose. No way. We're doing everything we can to not lose. REG, exactly. All the cockroaches walk around unafraid. Yeah, why should they be? Because everybody all the way up the chain of command, all the way up the food chain, is completely behind their insanity. Yes, of course you can be that. You want us, sir, you're 6'2", 275 pounds, and you have a voice like Barry White, but you want us to treat you like a lady. You want us to get our Aerosmith on? No problem. Go piss wherever you want. You want to go in there in the women's bathroom with all those ladies you could easily overpower? Go ahead. Yes, sir. You too can have a child. I need to get one of those headset pieces right here, like the motivational speakers. Sir, you in the back row, you can have a baby. Get up here. Open your shirt. Buttons go everywhere. Take out your hairy nipple. Hairy nipple. Hairy nipple. Come on, guys. There you go, sir. Take that hairy nipple out and put it in that baby's mouth. Now, I know what you're thinking, guys. Normally, this would be a fucking crime. Normally, this would be cause for incarceration for a male to put his nipple in a baby's mouth because we know milk's not coming out. So you're some kind of a perverted weirdo, right? No. Just like your older brother would talk to you before your parents come in and heard you crying and kick their ass. No, please, no, don't tell them, no. Like the Micro Machines guy. No, please, no. Right? No. That's not how it is anymore. Sir, don't worry about hiding in the shadows and keeping your perversion to yourself. Be free. Live. Say it with me, crowd. 1, 2, 3. Your truth. Anywho. Oh, snap. Hold on a second. Text this person back. That's who's trying to call me. Boom. Okay. So let's check in on America's homegirl. Yeah. Let's check in on America's homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, just the most unlikable human being that this planet has to offer. Is there a more unlikable life form out there in the abyss, in the great beyond? It's possible. But on this planet, she is the most unlikable human being that the human race has to offer. Okay? Where's she at? You know what I'm saying? Jericho, why are you talking like that? Because this is how motherfucking Kamala talks, fool. Well, black Kamala. Oh, guys, it even comes along with a video from Kamala. Molto bene. This is beautiful. I thought this was just a picture. There's a video. Oh shit. Kamala, what you got to say, girl? How many circles are you going to speak in right now, you human salad shooter?
Of the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. And we are doing this work in large part because of the activism, the organizing, the marching, the voting of all of you leaders, be it students, parents, teachers, community leaders, who understand that living free from gun violence should be a right. So we're going to work on this together. We're going to continue to fight for reasonable gun safety laws and for the ability of all people to live their best lives free from fear, free from violence. Thank you for all that you have done and
Your
continue
best
to do.
lives. Why did she do that? To live your best lives. Wait a minute. Living free from gun violence should be a right. How can you make that a right? You can't. You can't legislate perfection. You can't legislate. Wait a minute. Don't we? Isn't shooting somebody unjustifiably, isn't that already a crime? And if you kill them, isn't that called murder? Murder. So that's already a thing. So what are you going to do? And Biden named her the head of this White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. You know what? Wait. Wait. No. If you listen closely, you can hear the bureaucracy being created. What does that mean? What's that mean, fool? Make it rain on these hoes. This is another way to siphon money. These people are going to have to meet, aren't they, and travel? And what kind of authority do they have? This is another way to siphon money. I don't know what they need the money for. Zelenskyy was just in town. Maybe he needs some more of that Peruvian booger sugar. I'm not sure, but isn't that fucking crazy? That the government can just, we need some more revenue. Here, create that. Alakazoo, alakazam. Robin Spielman. Does she not realize her using lots of words? Hold on, comments, it's active over here. Does she not realize her using lots of words does not make her sound more intelligent? There's nothing that she doesn't realize more than that. She has no idea. Now, people, this sounds serious, right? Robin Spielman, she got where she is today by using her mouth. She just wasn't talking. She sure wasn't. Man, but I don't doubt her skills. Maybe she could and still talk. But she definitely got that from gray pubic hair. This sounds serious. Gun violence. Where is there the most gun violence? In Le Hood. Right? Who lives there? Black and brown people, actually. So what's coming up next November? It's some election or something like that. I can't remember. November 2024. It escapes me. But there's some big election coming up or something. And who do they need to, throw a bone to every 4 years. Get them all riled up. You know, you got a small dog and you like that. You get it all starts barking and shit, but you're not scared of it because it's a little ass dog. So you're like fucking with it, getting all hyped up. That's what they do. Old Sweet Dick Malone, it's true. Usually MLK or Malcolm X Boulevard, MLK. That's usually what happens, or where it happens, I should say. But it's time. And you know who it's time for? Yeah, bitch. It's me, Silky Biden. Yeah, I'm going to need you to get to that voting booth and tell my truth. Yeah, ho. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bottom bitch, Kamala. Come here, girl. Never mind. You're making my dick soft. Anyway, I need y'all to get to that voting booth and vote how I know you know how to vote. Anyway, you know I'm going to give you nothing for it. I'm going to call you a bunch of dumbasses. And if you don't vote for me, you some kind of sellout. Bye, bitch. I never deliver, but my voice still makes you shiver. Silky Biden. I didn't invite him. He just jumped on there. What a dick. But that's what this is. That's all this is. Black folk, black voter. Here, show me your emotions. There they are. Now I can play on them. That's how it is, guys. That's who they're targeting. That's all this is. If you were serious about it, think about this. Follow me. If you're serious, would you put the same person who is the border czar but has never been to the border in charge of something? Probably not, unless you just wanted it to appear that way. Kevin McLaughlin, he says, do you live in the Sacramento area? I do. Sacktown, the Bay Area, and back down. I do live near Sacramento. Not in Sacramento, but near it. So if I'm feeling like, oh man, I haven't seen homeless people in a while, I haven't seen squalor and filth, I haven't smelled human piss, then I'll go to Sacramento. Because guess what? Guess what they have in Sacramento? You won't believe it. They have tons of homeless people who are filthy, crazy, and invasive, and they smell like, I know what you're going to say, shit. No, it's a combination. Shit, vomit, filth. Kevin says, I live in Elk Grove. I was just in Elk Grove last weekend for my daughter's, or my wife was, for my daughter's soccer game. I'm about 45 minutes from Elk Grove. Elk Grove is nice. Positive Queen on purpose. Stockton? No way. I do not live in Stockton, one of the top 10 most dangerous cities in America. No, thank you. If you're into farming and drugs and gangs, you better get over to Stockton. They're waiting for you. But that's all this is. The first ever blah, 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 nonsense, stupid bullshit. And people will say, I talked about this the other day, people will say, Jericho, she's a vice president. Even Pelosi said that. David Strohecker, Galt. Yes, I'm about 45 minutes or so from Galt, too. Stopped there. We were driving to Fresno one time. Stopped there to feed the kids. Tyron Neal, Venice Beach. No, I don't. Venice Beach sounds like, no, that's in Southern California. I'm way, way up north from Venice Beach. Like 6, 7, 8 hours maybe. But that's all. It's just window dressing. It's not real. There's no substance to it. They put Kamala in charge of it. What are you talking about? Kamala's in charge? You can't be serious. What a slap in the face this is. Yes, black voter, they think you're stupid and they know you're going to vote for them even though they don't deliver. And that's proven, that's evidenced by the fact that they put Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the sucker of old penis, in charge of something that affects you almost exclusively. But you're going to line up because she's the first black female vice president, hey, honey child. She don't do shit. And people will say, well, including Nancy Pelosi, that liver-spotted, vodka-soaked demon, even she said, she's the vice president. She doesn't even do anything. But here is the difference. Why do people come down on Kamala? Why do you not like her? She's a vice president. She's a nobody. Well, guess what? We live in unprecedented times where our borders are open like her legs were when she worked for Mayor Willie Brown. And that is a very serious issue for the entire country. It affects the future landscape, the makeup of this country that we have to live in. It's a very important issue. One of the top 3. And you put her in charge of that. You didn't put her in charge of ribbon cutting. You didn't put her in charge of writing a children's book. You didn't send her over there to be a guest on Sesame Street. You didn't put her in charge of making the lunch menu for America's school children. You tasked her with being the border czar. Border, remember? Top 3 issue. You put her in charge of it. You gave her something important to do, and she's never even fucking been there. That's like being a doctor on Zoom. Well, I've never been to a hospital, but I'm the chief of medicine. That's how serious that is to them. That's how much they don't give a shit. Black voter, they put her in charge. You would be better served if they got one of those little monkeys that wear the red vest and the little hat and boop, boop, boop. They play the little thing on the wharf and you give them quarters and they run up your arm and take it and give it back to the weird dude who owns it. You would be better served having that little spider monkey in its cute little vest being in charge of the first White House gun violence. Get the fuck out of here. Gun violence. The language is bullshit. Not only did they put a bullshit human in charge of it, they gave it a bullshit title like gun violence. So the gun, that implies that the gun is the source of the violence. That's what it implies. You know what? Hold on a second. Remy Martin. LOL, not Curious George. Yes, Curious George. He's as soon as he let him wear the man in the yellow's hat. Curious George, the famous cartoon monkey, would be better at doing Kamala's job than Kamala. And I think she's a human, right? I don't know. But let's test the theory. Okay, hold on one second. I will be right back. Okay, let's see. So this right here is a rifle, all right? And this is 7.62 by 39. This is more than enough to take me out, okay? So here's the gun right here. I got it. I'm gonna sit it, lean it up against the desk right next to me, and we'll see what happens. Since it's gun violence, okay, it's gun violence. The gun is the source of the violence. So at some point in this video, this gun is going to load itself. It's going to chamber around and take away my addiction to oxygen. Okay. So when that happens, all right, just somebody get in touch with my family, let them know I love them and all that good stuff. Tell my son to be a good man, take care of your mom, always keep your word. Tell my daughter, join a monastery, don't ever date anybody. I'm out. Okay? It's a gun violence. The gun is the source of the violence. It's not the monster that picks it up and shoots it at a school or a shopping center or a church. It's not that psychopath who was probably on psychotropic drugs. Who knows who funded, who armed them. Oscar Gonzalez, you're very brave, Jericho. Thank you, man. I feel brave. I'm next to literally like I'm next to a killing machine. I'm very brave. Thank you for noticing that, Oscar. But at some point, this thing's going to do what it do because it's gun violence. Daniel Kier, Black Rifles Matter. That is not funny. I am very offended by that. Thank you very much. So offended. So yeah, my time here is limited because this thing. Kamala Harris, gun violence. If you put Kamala in charge of it, you don't care about it. Now, this damn thumbnail that I use in the title, WTF Ronald. Saltzilla, JG didn't kill himself. No, I did not. This damn gun did. Greg Monticelli, Blazing Saddles. Take one more step and the nigga gets it. Somebody help him. Oh, hush, Harriet. You're going to get him killed. Yes, Alien Robot Go 762 by 39. So it's more than enough. So, ooh, look at that guy's I'm shaking. So scared right now. Like, hashtag super frightened. So McDonald's, what's going on here, man? What is Mickey D's up to? What do you think they're up to? They're up to the same SJW woke bullshit that all these other corporations seem to be up to. Because this is what you should be doing if you run a company that sells food. This is what you should be doing if you own a company like McDonald's that has served everybody in the world at least 10 times, right? The guitar picker. Where are the white women at? Oh. No, J954, I'm sure it is. I'm sure. But you're in the business of selling food, so why not start having Ku Klux Trans members in your commercials talking about their plight in the world? Why not? Because that makes me want to go out and buy some Mickey D's. Oscar Gonzalez, coming out burgers. Ew. Ew, what's that sauce? What's that sauce on the coming out burger? I don't want that. The coming out burger comes with a handful of pubes in it. They got the bun, the lettuce, special sauce, pickles, onions, and a handful of pubes. There, that's your coming out burger. Gross. Saltzilla Mick Mulvaney burger. Ew. We definitely know what the sauce is on that thing. Disgusting. Okay, McDonald's, what you got? Sell me some burgers. Burgers and fries, McDonald's. Don't you dare.
I'm Amara Jones, founder of Translash Media. In this Black Lives Matter moment, Black trans women have a very simple message. Stop killing us. We can't expect others to care about us more than we care about ourselves. We're all free, or none of us is.
None of us are. So that was the McDonald's America versus the McDonald's in Japan. Now, even though that music sounded weird and it sounded like somebody fell asleep on the controls, I would much rather have that version of McDonald's. than that. Freak Nasty on the left, talking about Black trans women have a very simple message: stop killing us. So if that's the case, you must be talking to the other trans people, because those are the number one killers of trans people. It's their partners. It's their domestic partners. I don't know if the fights break out over the wig or what happened to my double-sided duct tape so I can pull my nuts back. I don't know. But if you want to tell somebody to stop killing trans people, then you better turn around and look at the person sitting next to you on the couch who's Netflixing and chilling. Because it's not us. It's not some dually driving, tobacco chewing. Yeah. That's not the one killing you, Black trans women. Ew. And if you have to preface it with trans, that means everything after that word is bullshit. Why would you make this commercial, McDonald's? That doesn't make anybody want to purchase your product. That's going to turn people away. That's going to make me think that that is making my food. When did we start putting mentally ill people at the forefront? When did we start putting them on TV to advertise stuff? Oh, come on, man. Exactly, Big Woke. Trans equals fake. You might as well just say fake woman, fake man. Because you got to go through too much and do too, well, I take that back. That person in that commercial, they did a lot to appear as a woman, but normally they don't. Am I right? You see the day-to-day Ku Klux trans member, and they look like Shiza. Like, you could, you honestly, no bullshit. The average Ku Klux trans member that you see on these clips on the internet shit, if you've ever run into one out in the world, you literally could not fool a blind person. A blind person will get to brailing on your shit and be like, hey, man, what's going on here? You couldn't fool a blind person into believing that you're a man or a woman. Because if you say, yeah, I'm a woman, they get the feeling that jawline and shit, your neck, Adam's apple. You ain't no fucking woman. And if you're a trans man, yeah, I'm a dude. Man, this little neck. Look at these little wrists. You ain't no tiny head. No Adam's apple. You ain't no man. You couldn't fool a blind person. And I'm supposed to be like, no, man, you totally look like a woman. I should be dating you. Get out of here. You freak. McDonald's don't want no more money. They're done. McDonald's must be done with business for you to make a stupid ass commercial like that. And Japan said, I would take your money. We want to have a Ku Klux trans in our commercial. J954 says, oh, hold on. He says, JG, there's a trans bar in South Beach. I'm telling you right now, you can't tell. No BS. Now, South Beach, Miami and all that, that's a different kind of area. That's definitely more glamour and glitz and all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking like, you know, your everyday, not in Miami, Ku Klux trans member. You can tell. We ain't talking about Bangkok with the lady boys and shit. These 9 to 5 Ku Klux trans members, you're like, oh, shit. What is your problem, sir? You look terrible. Leonard S., thank you. I know you're joking, but you're probably not. It says, since your show began today, 1,750,019 illegals crossed at one entry point. That was just in one place in Texas. That was El Paso, Texas. We probably can't even count them up. Oh yeah, we can, because they're letting them in one by one and allowing them to tell us some bullshit sob story like, I'm an asylum seeker. Tyra Neal, I thank you. I wish this wasn't true. Love your content, JG. Not that part. I'm glad that's true. Love your content, JG. What do you think about Congress attempting to make funds going to Ukraine exempt from being stopped in the event of a shutdown? I don't even know how to wrap my mind around that level of fuck you. Because that's what that is. That is a really big. Wow. Republicans erupt after Pentagon exempts Ukraine aid from potential U.S. government shutdown. Republicans are voicing outrage after the Pentagon confirmed it would shield its operations to support the war in Ukraine from any potential U.S. government shutdown. As the September 30th deadline looms for lawmakers to reach a deal on funding the government, the Department of Defense says its activities in support of Ukraine's military would be exempt from any potential shutdown. Operation Atlantic Resolve is an accepted activity under a government lapse in appropriations, DoD spokesperson Chris Sherwood says. Republicans lashed out at the plan on social media, saying it unfairly prioritizes Ukrainians over Americans. Let me read that one more time, because if you don't have your single drop of anger blood, maybe you will when I read this the second time. As the September 30th deadline looms for lawmakers to reach a deal on funding the government, the U.S. government, the Department of Defense, so they're supposed to defend us. The Department of Defense says its activities in support of Ukraine's military would be exempt from any potential shutdown. Tyra Neal, thank you for infuriating me for the day. And I am not going to voice my opinions about that right now. One second. I am going to do a standalone video about that. And I just circled it. I wrote it down. When I circle something, I write notes all the time. Things that come to my mind, the order I want to speak about things in. But when I circle it, that means something. That's the equivalent of typing in all caps for me. The fact that our government is willing to shut itself down, meaning not provide certain services, not pay its employees, but it is going to continue to fund this proxy war bullshit in Ukraine. As I said before, that is a whole new level of fuck you, America. That's all I have to say about that. Please keep your eyes peeled for my standalone video. That is fucking infuriating. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that our government is going to exempt funds for another country from the government shutdown. I can't. We will potentially not pay you federal employees, not provide services on a federal level for the American people. But we will continue to pay for Ukraine to get their fucking asses kicked. That's right, Jester. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Wow. And you know what? They're planning and betting that we're going to forget this by the time the election comes around. Oh, shit. I had to look it up, Tyron. Not that I didn't believe you. I just had to see it for myself. Alan Hurst, he says, big up yourself, JG, from the UK. Respect. Wow. 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 J954, thank you for the 556. He says, F her. Pass all your laws. Use all your three-letter agencies to infringe on our Second Amendment rights. Please bring your stormtroopers to my doorstep. F around and find out. Yeah, Kamala, she's in charge of stamping out gun violence. So inner city residents, relax. She's here. She is here to save the day. And Heather, I see you in here. So last night on Stop the Fuckery, episode 15, and if you missed that, you missed a good one. But Gian and I picked this, we voted for the same video, so when that happens, it's rare, but when it happens, we give away free merch. So who is it? Chet, he won. I scrolled and randomly picked somebody. He didn't get in touch with me, so he must not have been in the chat. And I told Heather she's the runner-up, and if he doesn't get in touch with me, that she would be the winner. And he did not get in touch with me. I waited since last night. So Heather, you are the winner. I will check your email, get your address, and I will send you some merch in the mail. So big up to Heather of mine. Space Trucking LLC, repping Hawaii. Thank you. Space Trucking LLC. Thanks. It says happy Friday, JG. Sup, chat. Says, can I get a knob cheese? And I'm out. Of course you can get a fucking knob cheese. You know you're being a real knob cheese. I mean, it doesn't sound too gross when you say it in that accent, but knob cheese? That's like dick cheese. That's disgusting. You nasty Great Britain. J954, thanks for another 223. Says, JG, I don't think you can handle guns on a live, for your information. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure YouTube will let me know if I can't. They're pretty good about telling me the things I can't do. So, but I didn't know that. But we'll see. So if they take it down, hey, at least you guys were here when it was happening live. The guitar picker, thank you for the $5. He says, Jericho, the family of Ricardo Nunez, the psychotic dude who ran out of his house pointing a machete, is suing for wrongful death versus the city. I heard about that. I think I saw that the other day. Yeah, the guy, like, it was funny. The people, I remember, I think I heard it on the news or something. The people were like, oh, he was the life of the party. What a nice guy. He never hurt anybody, blah, 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 all that shit. And he got sparked. And that's what happens. But what are you going to sue the city for? The guy had a machete. Are you mad because they didn't say, wait, hold on, guys, hold on. Sir, what do you plan on doing with that? Are you just out here to chop some bushes? What? You can't take that chance. You present a machete to the police, and I'm sure they told him 4,000 times, put it down, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, put it down, drop it, drop it, drop it, put it down, drop it, drop it. How many times they tell people that shit? Man, you got like two, 3 times I'm going to tell you, and it's over. Alan Hurst, Jericho, we are tuned in all the time. There it is. Your content is the best from the UK. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate that. And to whomever else you might be listening with, whether they be real people or all in your head. Thank you to you all. That's just weird, man. Like, what do you expect them damn cops to do? If you don't obey the rules, you're getting lit up from the tit up. That's it. So I can shout out to my man Kenny, Officer Kenny. He's a K9 officer. Man, you know how many times they tell somebody, we're going to let the dog go. We're going to let the dog go. Come out, sir. You hear, it's not like the dog's sitting there quiet with its tongue hanging out. That dog is going nuts. You know that dog is there. You know what that dog wants to do to you. What that dog is about to do to you is all he does. That's his, and to him, that's his purpose on earth, is to chew on bad people. You hear the dog, you hear the officers, come out. Man, you got 3 come outs. And it's chew time. Give these damn people 50,000 damn times to surrender? Nah, man. This dog's going to get what he wants. This dog is going to get what he wants. They do that raspy, like they're losing their voice. They're so damn excited. They can't contain themselves. All they want to do is chew on you. Well, guess what, Fido? Guess what, Fido? Today's your lucky day. Bring me back something. Bring me back something, boy. People, what a live this was. And I am going to do a video about our federal government, our Department of Defense. They work for us. I thought they did. Oh, shit. Jennifer Norwood, she says, hey, JG, are you familiar with the clothing brand Homage? They've done a collab with Starter, and they have the throwback NFL satin jackets. Oh, shit. Hey, that's tight. I want to get one of the gold. No, not the gold. The red. Let me tell you something. I was maybe 8th grade. When I was in 8th grade, let's see. You spell parka? Yeah, I guess so. It's just one of those words. How often do you spell the word parka? Unless you live in like Minnesota or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, bummer. It's so cold out here in Minnesota, don't you know? I better put on a parka. Oh, there it is. There it is. Missed you so much. Just like I remember. That's what I wanted more than anything else. 8th grade. A red Niners starter parka. $100. It was $100 for one of these. This was it. You had DJ Jazzy Jet. First you twist the hat, then you bend the hat. Oh, the commercials and shit. This was it. I wanted this jacket so bad. Mom, Dad, Christmas time is coming up. This is all I want. I won't ask for anything else. I just want this jacket. Okay, how much is it? $100. That's not me laughing. That's me mimicking my parents who laughed at me. And my mom said, I don't have a jacket that costs $100. That was the end of that pipe dream. So, man, to be able to get one of those, that would be something especial. Oh, man. Faithless says the Joe Montana days. No, that was the end of Joe Montana days. I think he went to the Chiefs in either 92 or 94. Or did he go in 92 and then went to the playoffs in 94? Something like that. But yeah, that shit never happened. Mom and Dad snuffed that out real quick. If I was smart, I would have been like, but I couldn't do it for Christmas, but I should have been like, yeah, I'll work for half of it. And all right, we're listening. But I didn't. But maybe my chance is still there. Alien Robot Ghost. What's that rifle up to, Jericho? She's still here. Chilling. Nothing happened. You'll know if she starts acting up. That will be very clear. Apparently my kids are knocking like I'm done. Hold on a second. One time my son comes in here and goes, what time are you going to be done? 3 o'clock. So now he thinks I'm done at 3 o'clock every day. It's 3:03. That's why he came knocking on the door. I'm telling you. Kids are something else. Spencer T. Yeah, Rice was still there for a minute. 94 is the year they went to the Super Bowl and left both cleats up the San Diego Chargers ass crack. So maybe I'll achieve my starter jacket dream after all. All right, guys, as you can see, Junior is ready for me to be done. So I'm going to go kick it with that fool. And tomorrow, look out for that video about our government bending us over and going, like, yeah, you like that? Come here. We're going to take care of Ukraine and not you. Ugh. Fucking terrible. All right, people. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for everything. Your comments, your questions, your presence, just your aura, and your super chats. Thank you guys very much. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled. I won't be doing the live tomorrow because, hey, it's soccer season. Junior got a game in the morning. My daughter has a game on Sunday. It's what we do. But I appreciate you guys very much. You were great. I was great. So that means that we were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and make sure you hit that Teespring link to get some merch. And in a perfect world, this is what we would be able to do to those crooked sons of bitches that would rather take care of Ukraine than us. If only. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.